Hello everybody, I'm Prolific and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man Battle Network 2. I got Goku here. We're about to fight Shadow Man.
Oh god, he actually looks like a ninja this time.
He's all... well, he's really edgy as fuck. But look at him push the buttons. It's kind of silly when you see it from like the outside world. But that's how it plays. It's kind of like a... well, I don't want to say it, but since you keep on bringing up Digimon, I guess I have to say it. It's kind of like when they swipe their cards on Digimon.
See, I'm telling you, if you look at Land's portrait, he looks like a character out of Digimon. I'm sorry.
I still don't see it, but I can see where you're getting to. So, Dr. Hikari, or Dr. Light, is like, here, this can destroy Shadow Man. And, well, now they're gonna do the Dragon Ball Z arrival thing. That's essentially what's going on.
Proto Man, where did you come from?
Well, you know Chad. He was fighting the fake Shadow Man, as it seems.
I thought Chad got his ass kicked.
Oh, well, he did. It was a fake one by Proto Man. So here's one thing I don't understand. He shot that huge ass cannon, hit 3 of those guys and Proto Man, but not Shadow Man.
Because he's Shadow Man, damn it.
So, here's the boss battle of this long-ass dungeon. Well, tedious puzzle dungeon. Shadow Man! And he's easy as fuck now that I got Heat Gut style.
I think I asked this before, but what exactly does the grass do again?
If you are a grass type, or element rather, you heal as you stand on them.
So does that mean that Shadow Man is grass element?
No, I think it's just grass there because, you know, ninja stuff. Because he's not really healing on it at all. I think he's a regular element. So he has 3 types of attacks. He starts showing his last one at the end. But right now it's just Shuriken and Sword Slash.
I see.
Oh, yeah, that explosion strike.
Yeah, in every Mega Man game where there's a ninja type villain, they're always a non-elemental type.
So Suzu's a non-elemental?
Well, ninjas typically. I mean, the ninja boss in Mega Man 0 was non-elemental, and the ninja boss in Mega Man ZX was non-elemental. So I'm assuming that's the same for Shadow Man here. That's
right. That ninja guy from Mega Man Z1 was non-elemental as well.
Yeah. He may as well have been the Shadow Man of the Zero series.
I suppose. Here's Shadow Man's final attack for this version 1, because you do fight them all later on, but he makes clones. And if you remember, this one little robot said, Shadow Man's pretty tough. I don't think you'd be able to beat him unless you had a sharp weapon. And, well, soon enough, I can actually cut some of those ghosts away. I cut one of them away, but I didn't cut this one away. I was more focused on beating him right now since he was already dead.
Not if you keep hitting his after images.
Well, it's mostly there as a nuisance. It gets in your way. Not to mention it damages you.
True.
So, even though I got Heat Guts, it's possible for you to get the other 2 styles, 3 styles that are available. But for the most part, everyone that I've known have usually got Heat Guts right away.
I see.
It's not the rarity, but you get the style. There's 2. There's 2 styles to it. Well, I mean, there's a prefix and a suffix to the style. Heat, for fire. Guts for strength.
Yeah.
But essentially, what I'm saying is that your play type determines what kind of style you're gonna get.
Okay.
So if you tend to use Buster only, you tend to get another style. Mostly chips, you get this style, and never use the custom gauge, you get this style. Anyhow,
I don't see you using the custom gauge here. Oh, holy crap! Plot.
No, I mean the custom gauge is when you press L or R to switch chips.
Oh, I know what the custom gauge is, but
what do you mean you don't see me using it? I use it all the time.
It just goes by so fast that I don't notice it.
Oh, you're too focused into the game. But
well, it literally takes you like a second to switch chips.
Well, sometimes I do think about it, but for the most part, I do, just know what I'm gonna grab. And
I love how we're talking over this game's plot.
It's this is essentially what happened in the last part. This happened, except there's more talking to it. But essentially what's happening is like, alright, you're my number 2. Go fuck him up. I'm like, okay, I can do that. Because we're gospel, damn straight. And that's pretty much what happened.
I'm expecting that. I know that's not Dr. Wily, but I'm expecting it to be Dr. Wily.
It's not Dr. Wily.
I know it's not Dr. Wily.
It would never be Dr. Wily. Forget about Dr. Wily.
It would be Dr. Wily if we were doing Battle Network 1.
That's true. However, I'm not doing Battle Network 1.
I know.
Anyhow, we got an email from the NetBatter HQ. Pretty much saying, Lan, you're awesome for doing that. Come meet us at the next meeting for like World Defense Against Gospel. And it's like, alright, we can go to this new country.
Sweet.
And still Lan saying, fuck homework. I want to go save the world.
Well, considering he's charged with saving the world from deadly viruses, what did you expect him to do?
He's not, per se.
Then why is he the only one going around stopping virus outbreaks? Well, aside from Chad.
Chad is, he's made a career out of it, but he still goes to school. However, Lan just signed up to become an online cop, because, you know, you can do that in your free time to bust viruses, but, you know, this hasn't happened since the WWW, so like, okay, we need really good net battlers who are good at virus busting to defeat this shit. Alright, so, Mr. Famous is talking to us about the previous net battle chips. Now we can use the previous, I forget what they're called, but you throw in your old chips and you get your old chips from Battle Network 1, like ones you couldn't get before. And our dad gave us a passport so we can go to, I forget what that place was called, but to get the passport it's pretty stupid. You have to talk to her first, and then you talk to girl on the receptionist, and then you talk to her again. I just don't get that point at all.
RPG logic, I guess.
Yeah, Tales of Destiny kind of did the same thing too. I mean, it's like, you gotta talk to me, so you can talk to him, so you can talk to him to advance the plot. That was my only P with Tales of Destiny, but the PlayStation version anyways.
That's happened to me with RPGs in general. Like, when I'm replaying them, I already know where to go, but I completely forget that in order to go there, you have to talk to one specific person first.
Yeah.
But I skip that part and go, shit, did the game just break on me? And then it takes me like an hour to realize, oh crap, I missed the one guy.
Now you gotta backtrack.
Yeah.
So here's Gateman version 2, and he is really fucking easy if you have heat style on you.
I see that.
The main reason is because his two main attacks are that, Remo Gate, and the, okay, not two main attacks, but Remo Gate is kind of attack, but not really. It's more of a passive shield. So it's that blast attack from his chest and the little marching dudes, and the fire just destroys them and hits Gateman as well.
I still wonder if Gateman is modeled off of a character from Mega Man Legends.
Which character?
Someone from Mega Man Legends 2.
Oh, I never played 2, so I can't really say.
There's like these two bounty hunter guys, and one of them looks very similar to this guy.
I keep seeing Blaziken. That's just me. Anyways, unlike Tits, I keep myself healthy no matter what. Even if...
Yet you complain about him healing too much.
Healing too much? Him? That's a good one. Unless you're being serious, then what? What?
Assuming Logic's even gonna watch this.
You can tell I'm talking shit about him. I really don't care. He knows I'm gonna always be on him because of that. Anyways, Remo Gate's not gonna let me get close to him, but that's what Roll, Chips, and the Heat Guts flamethrower style for.
Roll is so broken.
She's essentially like a vampire attack is what I want to say.
Well, I noticed that. Like, she heals you for the same amount of damage she deals, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, when you fight the Atma weapon, you can beat him by draining all his mana, if it's one of those tricks.
Yeah. Well, any RPG that gives you a blood sword type of thing. Frickin' use the blood sword thing.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
Any weapon or attack that has a drain element, use it, because drain is usually really, really good.
I forget which RPG, but if you had a blood sword and you struck an opponent, you would like heal them and you would get hurt. It would be reverse.
Yeah, if you hit an undead person with drain, then it hurts you instead.
Yeah.
The first game that I know of that had a drain sword was Final Fantasy II.
Yeah, you'd be right on that one. So for those who are curious why I didn't show off the famous folder, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's basically another deck in a card trading game. You get like different decks for different opponents. So now it's basically another chip folder if for situational fights. Which
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, which I probably should utilize the most, but I really don't. I only have 2 net nabbies that I always have trouble beating, and that's one of them is Rebita's Frogman. But now I can actually talk to this chick right here and get my damn passport. Even though I already talked to her first, the last one said, "Hey, why don't you go talk to her? She'll get you the passport." I just fucking talked to her. Don't DMV me. But that's basically what happened. Also, for those who saw it, I did get, I mean, this is way off, like a minute off, but I did get Gate Man, which is one of my favorite summoner chips. I don't know if I can call them summoner chips, but okay, Net Navi chips.
I don't think I've seen you use... Well, no, you've used boss chips before. You just don't use them very often.
Boss? Like, specific boss?
Like boss chips, like Guts Punch and...
I use Gutsman and Roll all the time, though.
Roll's not really a boss chip, though.
Alright, so you do mean specific boss Net Navi chips.
Like the main 8 bosses.
So, like, if I were talking about... Like, if I were to get Shadow Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Do you use the boss chips very often?
I do. Thing is, at the very beginning, they're kind of scarce. Unless you beat them really quick. Which is still rare. If you beat them really quick, you get their chip. But, you know, I can't really beat these... I couldn't beat Airman that quick or Shadow Man that quick. Anyways, what's-her-face, Mail, gave us a wireless receiver and Roll version 2. Roll version 2 is basically Roll version 1, but heals you for 80 damage. Heals you for 80 health and does 80 damage.
Sweet.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with Roll. I think there is a style for not ever healing in battle.
Sounds like a mini achievement thing.
It's not really achievement. It's kind of like developing Mega Man. It's like, since he doesn't, it's kind of like putting talents or traits into a certain character. So the fact that if you were to...
I think I see which... It's like the forms. It's like the forms you unlock in Mega Man Zero. That makes sense.
Yeah. So since if I don't use healing... If I don't have healing chips in my folder or don't use them, that counts towards a certain style. But since I'm a very offensive with chips, I get the Heat Gut style. Which is what I'm trying to say is that most people who... Their first style is the Heat Guts because they're forced to use chips most of the time.
Okay.
However, you could...
Now that you've actually played Mega Man Zero...
I've always played it.
Well, I meant actually... Well, Zero, like... Did you ever...
You mean replay it?
Zero 2. Did you ever actually play Zero 2 at all?
I played 1 through 3.
Oh, you did play the first 3. You just haven't played the 4th one. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, which kind of RPG do you prefer? Do you prefer, like, the Metroidvania action RPG for that, or the main... Or, like, the turn-based-ish RPG style like this game?
I prefer both, honestly, but if I were to pick one, I would probably pick turn-based. I don't know why, but I just enjoy turn-based so much. There's strategy to it. For most of them, anyways.
I mean, Mega Man 0 and ZX are like pseudo-RPGs. They're not really, but they just have RPG elements to them.
Yeah, hence Metroidvania. I mean, Symphony of the Night isn't really an RPG, but it has that stat level element to it.
Yeah.
Which is why, I mean... For the most part, this technically Mega Man does level up, but only when you use power-ups, but it doesn't really count.
Yeah, and you can somewhat level up your chips by grinding them, I guess.
You can't upgrade some chips, although you can get stronger versions of them.
Can't you power up the boss chips by grinding bosses or something like that?
Well, you're not essentially leveling up the specific chip, you're just grinding for a drop.
Yeah, so you can get more than one chip each time. That makes sense.
It's like in an MMO. You get Broadsword 1, comes with 10 attack damage, but if you keep grinding that same Broadsword, it's like a different version. It's the same sword, but instead of getting
yeah, it's like Broadsword plus 2, plus 3, and so on.
This is a little, it's pretty much a drop. In a way, it drops system, but the best way to get it is if by beating the bosses real quick. Honestly, actually, I won't spoil it just yet. There's a chip I was wondering if you could get. I'm pretty sure you could. So he's like, yeah, you can't go through this metal detector because you have a pet. So yeah. But Mega Man's my best friend. You think I care, motherfucker? I'm just doing my job. And just like that, he's destroying a kid's childhood and traumatizing him.
Nah.
Well, I mean, essentially they are technically brothers, but still. So
I still don't quite get that. So, like, Land's brother's soul is in Mega Man? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. If you play part 1, you'll understand the story, but they also explain it here later on in the game.
Okay.
It's really quick, but this game's more of a, hey, remember this stuff that happened? Well, yeah, it's still relevant. And use that to fight on to beat this new bad guy.
I mean, is it just for Land and Mega Man, or is that the case for all the Navis?
Considering Dr. Hikari invented the net Navis, it's kind of the case for them.
Well, I mean, like, is Roll
no
like possessed by the soul of like Land's sister or something?
No, it's actually an artificial intelligence. The thing is that Mega Man was, specifically designed as if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Since Dr. Hikari, Land's father, is the Dr. Light of this game, he created Mega Man to try to preserve, the failed. I don't know if it was a stillbirth or something. I forget. But anyways, quiz time. I kind of just randomly do error and trial or whatever it's called. Trial and error. There you go. Or a process of elimination, rather.
Since there's no punishment for losing.
No. I don't know. I'm convinced. I did a save state just to make sure. I'm convinced that you always get the same chip regardless.
Save stating, you pussy.
Well, I mean, I always save state before I do a session. That way, if something goes wrong, I can just start the whole session all over again.
By the way, for people that are watching this, I don't say that to be a jerk. I'm just joking around. Don't take it too seriously.
Regardless of you joking around, I still say save states are for pussy. Only if you do it in a sense of that's the only way you can beat it. If you catch my drift.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that to clarify, because then there were people that were... There was that one guy that was was talking about how when you were... What was the Mega Man game? Oh, when you were doing Mega Man 7, they thought I was an asshole. I'm like, I wasn't trying to sound like an asshole, I was just joking around.
Well, you could be an asshole.
Well, I didn't... If I came off as one, I'm sorry. I knew you were doing it blind. I didn't expect you to do everything perfectly.
Well...
I wasn't intending to insult you.
I really don't care, because I know I'm an asshole.
Well, exactly. That's why I figured I could get away with it. But
anyhow, for those...
I don't want people to get the wrong impression about me.
Well, you can apologize on Twitter if you want or something.
Something.
But
and plus this is your revenge on me anyway, because this is the Mega Man franchise. This is the part of the franchise that I kind of neglected. So I'm doing this. I'm in this blind.
You call yourself a Mega Man fan? Well, actually, yeah, you are a fan. You're not a fanboy. You're a fan.
I tried this series. I really did. Maybe Network Transmission on GameCube wasn't the best way to start off. But
Network Transmission is more of a spin-off than part of this series, to be honest. Anyhow, I need to get back to what that quiz kid was talking about for those who are paying attention, because we did kind of go on a tangent. He was quizzing us, but since I kind of had to randomly guess, he reminded me that you can mix chips in order to get special. I think I explained this, but during the gameplay is when I didn't realize it. Is that if you were to do cannon A, B, and C, you would get Zeta cannon. Regular cannons A, B, and C, which gives you a really more stronger cannon that does around 200 damage. So if you're into cannons, or want to build a cannon-based folder, which you should do in network transmission, by the way, sire. Is that's what it gave you a nice big ass Zeta cannon.
Well, it also helped. It also didn't help that I only rented network transmission, so I only had it for 3 days.
Well, if you ever had
the only other time I played it was because a friend of mine at college had it.
Oh, well, that helps. Oh look, it's the guy
And
who
he's
stole
a
our money.
cheating bastard. Because the whole time we were playing network transmission, he just used the game truck to make himself have infinite HP.
Ah.
Yet we still ended up losing to Dr. Wily because he used up all the boss chips.
That's weak. Anyways,
I didn't use it. He's the one that has it.
anyways, this is we're fighting. For those who are wondering why we're fighting this guy, he bumped into us earlier before we got on our flight, and he stole our money. So now we're gonna beat this big burly guy up for our money back, even though we didn't really have to fight him. I mean, he didn't really have to choose to fight us, but he's going to do it anyways.
This kind of reminds me of Custom Robo.
Oh yeah, I guess you can.
Where like you're just kind of walking around, some asshole bumps into you, like, "Hey, let's fight." Like, why? Because I said so, bitch.
It's funny you bring that up because they're kind of consider that asshole in Pokemon games.
That too.
You're that asshole that bumps around against people like, hey, let's fight. But I was, just recovering from escaping the forest. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Well, Pokemon's even worse. Pokemon's just someone looks at you like, hey, you stared at me funny. Like, I didn't even know you were there. You saw me first. Shut up, we're fighting.
So he apologizes like Wiley's like, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again.
Yeah. And speaking of Custom Robo, that's one of the games I want to do a Let's Play of.
Good luck.
It's going to be an interesting Let's Play to do, but...
That's a pretty long Let's Play.
It's an RPG. It'd be about as long as Secret of Mana.
No,
if not...
because there's more grinding to that than your Secret of Mana.
That's true.
Anyways, I'm getting my ass handed to me by Toadman because I have fire affinity on and he's water. And I totally forgot about that.
I was gonna say, why aren't you using... Oh wait, you don't have any electricity, do you? Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
Wow, you lost to Toadman. How does that make you feel?
Should I tell you or Rita because she's the reporter?
I don't know.
I feel disgraced.
I'm wondering how you feel about that. I mean, it's Toadman. Last time you fought him, you made him your bitch.
Well, this is Toadman version 3, the strongest Toadman version.
That's kind of true.
Not to mention that Toadman I've always had trouble with. For some reason, I know the pattern of the note he does with his rivet, but I just can never dodge it that well.
Yeah.
So at this point I realized I did cut this out, but I did fight it like 20 more times. I'm serious.
Did you realize that you're just not high enough level to fight him yet?
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I don't have the chips. Like, I know I get the good chips later on, but I just don't have the chips. Because technically you can beat bosses by dodging almost every attack. But as you can see, he's mopping the floor with me.
Well, I expect you're just gonna wait until you get like a Lekman and just fry him in one shot.
Actually, I do fuck up Toadman when I get good chips. And amazingly, I think I beat Toadman with the water element. Because Toadman's actually both water and electricity, so you either have to use a thunder, a wind, or a regular element to beat. But anyways, we're done with this, and we're gonna take off, because this guy's gonna help us get there. Because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, lucky for Lan.
It's like, yeah, I'm so nice. Just get in the car. Get in the car.
Just go. Oh god. This is gonna end badly, isn't it?